We're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. There was no video intro today because who cares?
Because who cares?
We don't have John today, so it's being run from a different computer, so things will be a little bit different. But
Yep.
hello, everyone. I am William, and I am your storyteller for this World of Darkness Hunter the Vigil campaign. And joining me today, we have Jeremy.
Hello, I am Jeremy. I am playing. Who the fuck am I playing? I am playing Nina Sky, a union rock star, and Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, Believe Women, fuck Marilyn Manson, fuck Joss Whedon, um, and all the rest of it.
Yep, get that one handled.
Yep.
Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara, and I'm playing Thomas Smith, Ashwood Abbey repairman.
And Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack. I'm playing Nikolai Dalka, a member of the Ascending Ones, and the guy who will stitch you up when things go wrong and give you drugs when things go right.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I am playing, I forgot everything, Astrid Ashwin of Knights of St. Adrian.
And Craig.
Hi, I'm playing Paul Phillips, Copis of the Aegis Kaidoru, and Cool Dad.
And when last we left our band of hunters, Astrid and I believe it was Nico had just returned from their exploration of the location where Jonas Orion, Astrid's former mentor and the person who had initially gathered the cell of hunters together, had disappeared, having located what appeared to be a secret passage that was likely used to secret away the member of the Knights of St. Adrian. Upon their return, they were also informed that Thomas, the newest member of the cell, had indulged in the edible that Nico had given them earlier. So we pick up with that as the group of you, as you two re-enter the hideout.
I'm still
Correct.
playing video games. Just very engrossed in that.
I assume Nico can tell just from how Thomas is sitting and staring at a television that, yeah, okay. All right. Nico will just go to the kitchen, grab a tall glass of ice water, and set it down near Thomas.
Is everyone here
Yep,
in the safe house?
everyone is present.
Okay.
What were the rest of us doing? Were we involved in something specific, or we were just kind of waiting until they came back?
I
Oh,
believe
remember.
plans are being made.
Yeah, I actually wanted to be doing research on the ring. I remember
That
now.
was it. Yes.
Sorry, just took me a second.
Yeah, roll me an intelligence and is there a research skill? Man, it's
Usually academics.
Academics, yeah.
And I have a research specialization from being a member of the Scroll.
yeah, go with that.
And then do I get anything extra from conspiracy?
Add half your dots.
Okay. I actually had this roll queued up. So yay me.
Wild and loose with the World of Darkness rules.
3 success.
3 successes. So, in your research, you managed to uncover a few terms. First, the most important one is being a corporal, which is, as far as you can gather from what research and information that the Aegis has managed to extract from changelings over many years, a corporal is essentially the manifestation of one of the mysterious Fey deals that the changelings and their Fey kidnappers can make in physical form. It is a sort of a physical symbol of this deal being made.
Okay.
You also learn that by possessing the corporal, the wielder has a certain amount of power over the deal and the deal makers.
The actual object, the representation of the deal, that's what's called the corporal. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. All right,
Correct me if
thank
I'm
you.
getting any changeling lore wrong, Jack.
No, that's about it. Usually, I don't know if 3 successes is enough, but generally, if there's a sanction or a penalty for breaking the deal, it's directly related to whatever that corporal is or symbolizes exclusive of the deal as well. But that might not be applicable in all or specifically this situation.
Yeah. But yeah, you do know that the corporal is symbolic of the deal, which means it relates to the deal that was made in some way, usually.
Okay.
So, however, this thorned ring, this sort of thorned bramble ring, might relate to whatever deal was made.
Am I able to get any kind of sense on how old this thing is?
No,
Okay.
especially because time moves weird as far as the Fae are concerned.
Hey, fair. Okay.
Like a carbon dating might tell you this thing wasn't made yet.
That would be cool. Okay. All right.
I mean, I know what it symbolizes if we're talking Angel season 5, but you know.
Cancel too soon.
Damn straight. Anyway. Paul, did you find anything out? Good?
Just
Hmm?
trying to track down a bit more about it. It's got, sorry, wrong voice.
I've been there. Yeah, I feel you.
Character. Yeah, from what I can tell, as we surmised last time, it's called a corporal. It seems to represent and in many ways symbolically summarize what the nature of the bargain was. Again, probably don't want to go putting it on. There's those spikes on the inside, which, in my learned opinion, nothing good's going to happen there. Beyond that, no way of telling how old it is, and can't seem to find anything so far that's going to point us in the right direction. Suppose we might need to reach out to, is it Shakes?
With it already done.
Yeah. And Shakes' response was, "If you can bring it to me, I might be able to tell
Yep.
you about the deal."
Do we have a time and place, or we still working that out?
I had not established one as of yet. I was just going to stop by.
And you do know the usual hangout that the changelings
Yeah.
tend to frequent. So
We have some information, Astrid will say.
Oh,
Yeah.
So we discovered that down in those sewers there's a secret passageway.
Wait, you went back to the sewers where we fought those great big
Yeah,
giant furry monster things?
yeah. It was the only
Ooh, monsters.
lead that we had to try to find Jonas because
fair.
he literally disappeared without a trace.
I'm not
Um,
telling you we shouldn't be trying to track down Jonas, but I'm just glad you didn't run into any of them. I'm assuming not. You're seeming
Well, I
roughly
was
as bad a
with
shape as you were last time we saw you.
I was with Archer and Alexander, and
Ah.
they checked ahead before we went down there.
Yep.
Right.
Um, so yeah, there's a secret passageway down there.
Okay.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. There you go, kiddo.
So
Sign of where it goes.
I was gonna go
Through
down
the
it,
mountain.
but I was gonna go down it, but my brother kind of stopped me
We need
because I'm
flower
not in
crowns.
good condition right now,
We'll thank
And-
we'll thank him later.
and we
Right.
might need backup. Yeah. So maybe at some point when we have the time, we could all check that out.
It's probably
How
a
long
good
has it
idea.
been since he disappeared.
a couple weeks.
Also, we talked to Alexander, and Alexander and Archer said that they might be able to help us out with staging a crime of passion.
Okay.
To lure out our coke demon.
Right.
Still, got to be honest, still a
Different type of coke
still a
demon.
sort of phrasing I'm having some trouble getting my head around. But, well, which order do we want to do this all in?
I mean, before we start wandering into secret tunnels, I do feel like we should all probably be at 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I completely agree.
I'd agree, and I'd wager the same as far as trying to take out an actual demon. So,
Oh yeah, no, that too. Yes.
of the three options ahead of us, I think maybe reaching out to Shakes might be the.
Well, we've already reached out. It's just a matter of showing up.
Then meeting up with her and
Yes.
bringing the ring. Do we now, Miss Guy? I've got to ask. Do you think bringing the ring with us is actually the best option, or should we just bring photographs? Maybe even make a copy of it through 3D printing or something.
I don't think
Ooh,
I'm
I
gonna
know how
take
to
a
do that.
shot in the dark here. And I'm going to guess, since it's oogly boogly fey magic stuff, that it's not gonna be anything visual that's gonna be what they can tell. Maybe it is. I don't know. But if we show up with a fake and they're instant like, well, that's a fake, then problems might come into play. I'm not, of all of the people that we deal with, I'm least worried about Shakes.
Plus, if memory serves, she owes us a favor, and
I believe so.
if folklore's any indication, that's not something that Ursa takes lightly.
Right. I would suggest probably maybe just a couple of us, maybe 3 at the most, stop by. A lot of us, well, roughly half of us are not necessarily people. Well, I don't know if you guys have Ninko or well, there is not here, but I don't know if you have Nico or I don't know Thomas. Maybe you have at some point. Otherwise, a good portion of us have never met Shakes, and if we show up with a bunch of hunters who she hasn't met, that could add an underlay of tension that we don't need for this
That's a fair
situation.
That's fair. Thomas is going to need a couple hours minimum anyway before he should be in the field. But the three of you have. Well, no, you feel. I'm sure you feel perfectly fine right now. That's the point.
You are not fine, babe.
You're comfortable, but you're not at full capacity.
I'm fine. Okay.
What is Thomas currently playing? Is it Smash Brothers?
Probably. I don't
Paul,
know exactly.
Paul will sort of lean over the couch or chair or whatever he's sitting on, casually like dropping an elbow, and will lean down and say, "You ever think about what it would be like to be like one of them in that game? Like, what if somebody was controlling us and playing us in a game?"
Right. Shit.
Yeah, he's not ready.
Because yeah, I've was thought about that. He's gonna kind of just trail off.
Paul just sort of steps back and kind of does like a ta-da.
Right. Exhibit A.
He's gonna keep muttering for a little bit.
But Astrid, I can make sure you're clean and clear, and then if the three of you want to go, I can monitor here.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's have a look at the shoulder.
All right.
And Nico's just gonna make sure that nothing got infected, nothing got grimy down in there from sewer field trip, etc., etc.
Just the worst possible choice for somebody with open wounds.
Right?
She had her reasons.
And Nico did his best to make sure that it wouldn't be a problem.
It wouldn't be a Final Show Films game if we were making good choices.
No, not at all.
No.
Not even close.
I would argue there are very few role playing games where people who make only good decisions is actually a good game.
Right. But if her injuries do not appear to be contaminated or affected by anything, then yeah, he'll rewrap and give her a doctor's note that she's allowed to be back out and walking around, or whatever the equivalent would be.
Doctor's note and a lollipop.
No lollipop for Astrid. Although he will ask if there's anything she needs, just in case.
She'll say she's good.
Okay.
She has a high pain tolerance.
Uh-huh. And Nina, you guys are gonna go with the real McCoy?
I think that's probably best.
Oh shit, that reminds me.
Like if this was us going to if this has been what we just did with our demonic friend, that would be a totally different thing because there is zero trust there. I think Shakes has earned a little bit. Wary trust, but still trust.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we meeting them?
Where the place that we go when we meet
Near the abandoned mall.
that place. Yeah, that's specifically what she said.
Okay.
I just don't remember because that was like 2 years ago.
Are there any steps that we ought to take in terms of meeting, setting out terms of the meet, breaking bread and salt, that sort of thing?
I feel like I'm more keen with lulling them into a sense of security. I mean, come strapped, etc. But because we're not dumb, but.
And I feel like if they're not dumb, they're going to expect that anyway. It's
exactly.
Not like they're going to be like, oh god, humans, and they have guns.
Right. As long
Let's be honest, this is fucking Georgia.
Right. As long as considering this is just a, hey, here's this thing, can you take a look? That said, I think we need to come. I think we're probably all on the same page of if they try to walk away with it, with this ring, we tell them no, and if they try to do it forcefully, we have a lot of dead changelings on the ground.
Do you know how many of them there will be?
Nope. And then that's why I'm specifically not setting a time. Because if we don't set a time, they can't take the time to get ready for an ambush.
Okay.
Bad idea.
And they haven't given us any reason to not trust them in the past, but
no, they're the most benign of the things that go bump in the dark. That said, they still bump. Shall we go?
Yeah.
We doesn't include you, hun.
Oh.
It's cool.
Okay. All right. Okay.
There you. Colleen, you're going to be all right. You can play Nintendo with Thomas.
You want me to hang around here? Sure.
You know,
William, has Nico's shipment that he ordered in?
You overnighted it?
Yes.
Probably arriving about now, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this up to a. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I've got stuff to keep Colleen busy while you guys are out and about.
I'm gonna put this up to a vote because obviously, um, and Colleen has veto or perhaps double approval, double vote, if it's 4, but it might be worth having her come with us because then as soon as we can figure out the details behind the ring and we don't need it anymore, it can go bye-bye.
I mean, that's also valid. Yeah, true. Didn't think
And
of
then
that.
they don't have the opportunity to try and take it from us.
Right. I just
I know. The risk problem is there. That's why I'm saying we should put this up to a vote. Obviously, Colleen has veto power if she's not comfortable.
Would you
Cool.
feel comfortable coming with us, Colleen?
Yeah. I mean, Shakes hasn't done anything to make me suspect her of anything.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they would try anything.
Any
I
objection?
mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think they would.
I don't think so either. Otherwise, I wouldn't like again.
I mean,
If this was the demon, or no
Oh,
offense
yeah.
to siblings, vampires we don't know, or even werewolves, it would be a fuck no.
mhm.
But
only thing I'll say is if we're putting in an appearance, let's still keep the fact that Colleen can absorb these sorts of things out of public knowledge as long as possible.
Correct.
I don't know. Maybe Shakes and friends already know about it, but if at all possible, let's keep that out of the public.
absolutely, we only do it on the spot if we get indications that a fight might break out otherwise over ownership.
Fair point.
Agreed.
Then, Colleen, whatever you're comfortable with, it's all right with me.
Go along.
All right. Cool. Let's hit
All right.
pedal.
Sorry, Thomas, my lad, you're playing Nintendo by yourself.
Yeah, I'm hanging out.
Oh, right.
Where's Zero?
For the sake of it, Zero will stay here.
Cool.
I would assume he was back at corporate office or
Suddenly got called away to the office.
Yeah, or that. He has to go deal with
Okay.
something corporate. That works. Somebody did their job wrong and might need to be removed.
Yep.
something. He's standing in the room with the tubes in which clones of all of us are growing.
Anyway,
Alrighty.
The rest of you.
Wow, William's silence on that was disturbing.
You don't know.
I love the silence, long pause.
Yeah. Yeah, not feeling great about that one.
So anyway, the never say that I'm not good at atmosphere. So the group of you make your way to the abandoned mall, and I assume one of you sends a text to Shakes and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
we're headed to the mall to meet you
When
there."
when we are probably about 15 minutes out.
Hmm.
Actually, no, more like 10, so we can be sure that we're there first.
All right. So
Be there, and it will literally say be there in 10, because then they have to rush and they don't have time to prepare.
that is your plan. All right.
Yep.
Nina, did you know Shakes before we met her at that old boondoggle with the edge?
Seen her once or twice. No, I wouldn't say I knew her.
How'd you
But-
meet her?
Just saw her around. Like I said, I perform a lot at. There's only so many venues that you can play my particular style of rock. And so I would perform a lot at the name of the club that we were just recently at.
DJ Sentis.
DJ Sentis.
Yes. I would perform a lot there, and it was kind of useful because I was able to keep an eye on some things. But yeah, I saw her there once or twice, I believe. And this is Jeremy trying to remember back into season 1.
Yeah.
But I believe I had sussed her out as something else at that point.
That is correct.
Yeah, I'd figured that she was not your garden variety human at that point. But we had not. No, that's true. She was very much a contact.
Yes, she was a contact that you had with
Yep.
changelings.
We'd had a few conversations. There'd been a little bit of information exchange, but nothing. We weren't braiding each other's hair or sending each other recipes. Let's put it that way.
Are we all riding together in the in I guess Nina's car? Or
That's up
are
to you guys.
Paul doesn't have a car. Paul
So
takes a
yes,
ride.
then probably.
Astrid's probably not on her bike because of her shoulder.
Yeah, that's gonna be kind of hard to steer.
Yeah.
Fair.
So yeah, sounds like we're all in one
So
car.
the four of you head over in Nina's car.
Speaking of your performances, this might be a long game. Do you have any intention to get back on the stage?
I'm always intending to get back on this stage. I mean, that's partially where I was when I wasn't with you guys.
Sorry, I missed the shows. You got one coming
no,
up,
it's all good.
and you wouldn't mind work friends crashing the gig. Let us know.
Oh, I never mind. I never mind that. Yeah, no, I'm between albums at the moment.
Keeps things interesting.
Yep,
Adds
keeps
a
things
little bit
interesting.
adds a little security to the gig.
Yep. Plus, crowd noise is always good. But yeah, I mean, I have a band, but I am the band.
I like the idea that Nina's concerts are universally good places for hunters to stage an ambush when a monster gets drawn to the concert and all the noise is around to let the hunters get the drop on them.
Yep.
So it's like EDM or
No.
It's black metal.
It is, God, I don't even know who I could give you a comparison for, because I don't think you listen to anything remotely like. But then again, you never know. People surprise. Are you familiar with Into the Moment, Pretty Reckless, Hailstorm, anything like that?
I mean, I can tell you that Holly is at very least familiar with Hailstorm.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
familiar
because they are
with
the
them
best band.
as sort of general terms, but not specifically with their music. No.
Hard rock, bluesy metal.
All right.
That's
Well,
my style. In
like I
case
said, I
the
look forward to
aesthetic didn't.
that you
I really want to see I really want to see what the motif for an out and out Satanist EDM artist is.
So you the sort that drives around with any of your own music in the car?
Oh, I'm not playing no. If you want, I'll send you a link to some Spotify stuff.
Yeah,
but
if you would.
Yeah.
It's
No,
I gotta
I'm
be
one of
honest.
those. I can't listen to it myself. I get too critical and hear all the things I did wrong.
I understand that completely. I got to be honest, it's going to make my Spotify playlist a little weird. My kids are mostly the ones who use it, so it's going to be you and an awful lot of pop and video game soundtracks.
How much discretion do you have with your kids? in terms of like you can't watch this stuff or listen to this stuff because you might want to set up a new account. I'm just saying.
Depends on what that stuff is, but point taken. I'll make my own travel account.
All right, perfect.
Nina is
don't
not
get me wrong.
family friendly.
I do not mind corrupting the minds of young youths, but I don't want you angry. I don't want an angry phone call from you.
Every single one of Nina's tracks just has the explicit bar next to it.
We're in the middle of fighting some sort of ungodly, otherworldly horror, and Paul gets a call. What are the kids listening to?
But you arrive at the mall.
Yep.
And despite your plan to put them off, Shakes and a couple of other changelings are standing in the parking lot when
Okay,
you pull up.
fair enough. That's fine. Pull up. Stop the engine. Get out. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. What can I do for you today?
So,
We
and we had
recognize the other-
explained what exactly had I said? I don't remember.
You mentioned that you had an artifact
Yes.
that you might want to like have examined.
Yes. So, I got something I'd like you to take a look at.
All right.
We picked this up from our horsey friend after dealing with him.
Right, yes, you mentioned.
Um,
I don't know if this is the voice I've always used for Shakes, but it is the
It's
voice
fine.
now.
it is. Yes, it has always been the voice. Look over. I'm pretty sure Paul has it.
Yeah, Paul has it in some form of portable containment device that he can keep in his
I'll
pocket.
reach over.
I'll pass it over.
All right.
Do we recognize any of the other changelings?
You've seen Shakes with a few people, but these are not anyone that you've seen her with before.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I
Now-
apologize for interrupting.
Keep in mind, I at this point, this is just an observational passing over.
You drop it into her hand, and immediately as it touches her hand, you get this. Actually, everyone roll me wits and empathy, just to see how much you can read of Shakes.
There.
I'm several miles away in a basement. Can I roll it too?
No,
Okay.
those of you that are present.
I don't know if I even need to say this at this point, but there is a one-eyed king under the material in the containment device, just in case.
3 successes.
2.
Astrid, are you gonna roll?
I thought it did. It did not. Sorry.
Oh, there goes one.
There
One,
you
two,
go,
three.
one.
So, Astrid and Paul, you see her eyes widen immediately as soon as the ring touches her hand.
Mhm.
Nina, you see a twinge of panic that she very quickly suppresses, but you see it.
You all right, sweetie?
This is a very dangerous item.
That's our understanding.
You're holding the corporal pledge bond that connected someone to Nurgle the Raging One.
That definitely sounds like a name of somebody we should be worried about. And I would
Indeed.
like to know more.
She, like, very emphatically hands the thing back to you.
Yep, I will take it and I will pass it back.
And she like
Paul.
pulls her hand back in that I don't want to touch that thing again kind of manner.
It disappears into a pocket.
That's not his. It is and isn't his real name, but it's the name that we can safely refer to him as. Names have power.
Mm-hmm. You're talking to a you're talking to a musician with a stage name, honey. I know.
But Nurgle is thunder. He is rain. He is lightning. He is a storm made manifest. He is the archfey of storms and weather and all that is inclement and terrifying in the night.
Okay.
And that was something that bound someone to him. That ring was intended as power and also leash.
Do you know, were you able to tell in that short of time, or would you be able to tell, potentially, who? Knowing that, understanding that the last thing you want to do is touching right now. I'm not asking you to.
The who is indistinct because it's more of him than it is of the person that it was to bind. But I get the sense that this item has been co-opted. It wasn't. If it was in that creature, it wasn't being used for its original purpose.
So, if we were to have some way to make it go away for good, that would be a good thing?
And you get that sense of hesitation from her.
Why would it not be a good thing?
There's a lot of power in that thing, and it means a lot.
Is it going to, I don't know, bring the storm, so to speak?
He'll certainly know if it's destroyed.
Will he be angry and seeking vengeance?
I don't presume to know the mind of an archfey.
Okay, but it's not going to like summon him if we were to know some way to destroy it potentially.
No, but it sounds like it might.
Sorry, go ahead.
He should be stuck in the Fey. He shouldn't be able to cross into the real.
Okay.
But the terrifying thing is that while I can't tell who the other thing on that end was, I can tell it was another Fey. It wasn't like a changeling or a mundane or anything like that. That was a pledge binding a Fey with a Fey.
Could it have been the Noclavy or something else?
Sorry, did you say Fey binding a Fey?
Yes.
That's a thing?
I'm not sure, but yes, in theory it can be, and the courts of Arcadia are dangerous and always fighting each other.
So here is my second. Here's my. I'm sorry, Paul. You had.
I was just wondering if the thing on the other side might have been the Noclavy, or do we think it's something else entire?
I doubt it. That was less like a true Fey and more like a massively overpowered and over monstrous hobgoblin.
Ah, so good. So this Nurgle then is orders of magnitude worse than the Noclavy?
By a long shot.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
So my part 2 addendum section B paragraph Y sentence 3 word 2 period of the question is, if we could conceivably, theoretically, make it go away, is that something that could potentially backlash on you and yours?
Not directly, but indirectly, definitely.
Okay.
Because if that thing goes away, both the person who made the thing and the person who was bound to the thing will know. And the eyes of two Fae being drawn to this area is good for no changelings.
Right. Okay. Not to worry then, we will just make it go far, far away where it doesn't have to... Where you
That
just don't
said-
have to worry about it.
That said, if you can find the person it was bound to, it may be useful.
How so? Making them do things?
Having some form of deal-making power over them, because if they lost their corporal that was supposed to keep them bound, they did it on purpose, and it had a cost. Bringing it back to them invokes a certain amount of fear and threat, and also potentially an amount of opportunity if you're willing to try and bargain with a Fae, even if you have the upper hand.
Right. Okay. Well, cool. Good talk. Always nice to see you. Don't worry, we got it covered.
I have a theory.
Okay.
I don't know if it's right, but the styling of the ring is more natural, more attuned to, say, a beast or the things of nature than it would normally be something as elemental as Nurgle, which strikes me as likely an indicator of who is supposed to be bound with it. Which, if it ended up here, there's only a handful of true Fae that can or have ever made it here. One of them in Legends is known as the Stripling Prince.
Stripling Prince. I'm guessing that doesn't mean he's young or tiny or easily breakable. Maybe in comparison, but not to us.
Yeah, by comparison to other Archfey, maybe.
Okay. Good to know.
I just realized out of character, and I was asking in Roll20. I don't think we have asked about the wreath. Are you okay with us having briefly discussed that on the way over here? Because
Sure.
I feel very stupid out of character, but I feel like it's something that we probably would have remembered in character.
Yeah, no, yeah, fair.
What would you have discussed about it?
Just whether we should ask at this time and place.
Yeah, no, I'd be down. Yes, 100%, because that's part of our ultimate goal.
Yeah. All right. Well, if Nina brings it up, great. If not, Paul will jump in.
No, yeah, she's leaving that to Paul to bring up.
Shakes, one more question, if we might impose upon your patience further while we're here. What can you tell us about this Iron Wreath?
She kind of looks at you. The Iron Wreath is... I mean, I owe you a favor, so I might as well tell you. It's not like you could make too much use of it if you found it.
I'm just trying to...
The Iron Wreath is... The Cold Iron Wreath is the name of it. And it's said that To preface, to give some information, no changeling ever wants to go back to Arcadia. We want to stay as far away from there as possible. And so, the Cold Iron Wreath is in legend, and it's something we've been looking for in this city, but it's supposedly, mythologically, a thorned wreath of solid cold iron that has the capacity to cut off Arcadia from the hedge in certain regions, which would essentially keep the Archfey from threatening anyone as long as the wreath holds them at bay.
Sounds like that would really burn some bridges.
It's the kind of thing that bridge burners have been trying to do in ritual for centuries, but she says, completely misunderstanding that you don't know what those are.
Right.
Paul tries to look like he knew what he was talking about. And it just, could that be one of the reasons that we're having this conflux of all sorts of extra-dimensional attention here in Atlanta?
If the Knucklevi was here sort of searching for the cold iron wreath to maybe destroy it, I wouldn't be surprised. The idea of something that can permanently seal even just a portion of the area of the hedge off from Arcadia would probably terrify them.
You happen to know where it might be, or who might have more information on where to track it down?
If I knew where it was, I'd have it already.
Fair.
So it's the sort of thing you and your friends would be looking out for as well.
Definitely.
Well, we find it. We'll let you know or see anyone looking around for it, because it sounds like it might be able to send trouble your way, and that's not something any of us need.
Right.
Very specifically, it could stop trouble from coming our way ever again.
That's fair then. Is it the sort of thing you need to, push a button, so to speak, and it works, or it would need to stay in place for it to continue to work?
I don't know. I'd have to get my hands on it to study it to find out.
Fair.
It's just that in legend, it can shut the Fae out.
Or anything that keeps ugly customers like the Knucklevi and whatever's on the other end of this ring, he taps his pocket. Anything that keep them out of town, that sounds like a good thing. So you find any leads and need any help on it, kind of looks over at Nina and Astrid.
We're down.
And just nod silently.
And if you find anything about it and let us know, our help is yours in exchange. That goes both ways.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Good people. All right. Well, I think that's everything. And to see you hopefully at some point it's going to be able to do it on a non-business capacity. But yeah, take care. And I will turn around and start to make my way back to the car.
He waves and turns around, and there's sort of a blistering snowstorm that kind of picks up for a second, and as it blows through, the group of them sort of vanish.
Get in the car, wait till everybody's in, drive off, and wait for about, I'd say about a good 10 or 12 blocks before so we're getting rid of the ring, right?
Not, I'm less certain of that than I was. It sounds like that might draw attention. I mean, again, I think getting rid of it eventually, absolutely. But
I mean,
we do it before we're prepared to have.
do we want to deal with an archfey?
Yeah.
Seems like we're not going to be the ones dealing with it. But it's a valid point. I certainly don't want an archfey stomping its way through Atlanta, but
Didn't Colleen interjects, not to like bring up cross purposes, but didn't the source that my father mentioned as a potential lead on the Cold Iron Wreath, he said the outcast prince.
oh, I don't know. That he sounds legit. Sounds like a Stripling Prince. Well, in that case,
I think not. At least not until we're ready.
I mean, if he's an outcast, I think something as dangerous as knowing how to lock other Fae out of Arcadia would be a reason to outcast him.
yeah, legit. We might be able to trade this ring for the wreath. Because the ring means something to him. Or if it's binding him, whatever the case may be, maybe we can, if we destroy it, that'll be enough. Regardless, yeah, we shouldn't wipe it out yet.
Also, if it comes to it, I'm not opposed to working with sheikhs. Like you said, they've seemed an upstanding enough lot so far, but we definitely can't turn over the reef to them.
Oh, 100% no. That was all
Oh
bullshit.
no, we won't give them the wreath. But as Astrid stares at Nina, I'm not okay with how willing you are to put the changelings in danger.
I'm not willing to put them in danger if we don't have to. I like them.
I mean, you seemed pretty willing to just get rid of the ring before we had this conversation.
Yeah,
so...
because, well, it's... My concern here is that I'll do anything I can to prevent harm coming to them, unless it means harm coming to one single human who doesn't have it coming.
Well, summoning an archfey, I don't think would be good for anyone.
No, and I agree with that.
Yeah, I think we can file that one among contingency to a contingency.
I'm also concerned about the fact that holding on to it, whether it's destroyed or not, holding on to it might be drawing attention to the city anyways.
So let's just open the door and let them through it.
I don't know that, unless I'm misunderstanding what was said, it's going to draw attention here, but it's not going to automatically summon them.
No, but it's going to be... it's definitely a knock on the door.
It's a knock on the door,
It would
yes.
be a huge risk.
It would be absolutely a huge risk. I'm just not sure how huge of a risk it is holding it here in the city at the same time, now that we've destroyed whatever Archfey's herald. That was where my concern was. I was talking in a theoretical, let's discuss this fashion.
If holding on to it becomes a risk, then we can get rid of it quickly.
Yes.
And there's no reason necessarily to assume that they might be misleading us, but also we can't say for certain that we've gotten all the truth
Of course
out
not.
of shape. So, but my understanding, I'm only one person with two ears, so let me know if I might have missed something. But my understanding was that if it's in one piece, it's not drawing any more attention now than it was before, or at least it's not drawing any more attention than the death of the Knuckler Bee might have already done. But if we destroy it, that's going to have at least two Fae pointing all their eyes and ears and everything else they've got right at us.
Mhm.
If that is the case, then I misunderstood.
That seemed to be what they were saying.
The fact that looking at the whole thing, the reaction that Shakes gave, Shakes didn't want it whether it was there or not. That
No,
made me think that it's a beacon no matter whether it's a beacon if it still exists, and it's just if we destroy it, they'll know that it was destroyed. That was my impression, which may be entirely wrong. That was
Sounds
just
like
what I got based off how get this thing the fuck away from me panicked that Shakes was over it.
it just seemed to me that it was damn unpleasant to touch, but none of us have
No,
given
that
it a
was panic. That was fear.
There's a sigh from Paul and says, I think when we get back to a safe location, maybe not back to our headquarters, but one of us may need to try to touch it as well, just to see if it has any resonance for us or if it's
Yep.
just a changing sort of thing.
I'm willing to give it a shot if we need a test dummy. Obviously not while I'm driving the car.
No, please don't.
That'd be a horrible idea.
But yeah, I'll give it a shot.
I'm just picturing Astrid like sort of leaning over, grabbing the wheel. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, that was where I was raising the discussion at all, was the fact that she did not want to be anywhere near that thing. Not in terms of a this is painful, but in terms of a oh god, what is this? This is yeah. But we have decided.
You want to turn over and play a little precious with it?
Huh?
You know, look, never mind. Just find a safe place to pull over. We'll put it in your hand and see what happens.
Yeah, no, let's do it here. So yeah, she does pull over. Let's not take it back to the to the headquarters to do it. That would be potentially bad if it's like telling them where it is. Yeah, I will pull over to the side, pull over to the curb somewhere. Hop out of the car.
Paul will get out. Is there a bench around?
Yeah.
You might want to take a seat here.
Well, are you saying that you wouldn't catch me if I fell?
I'll put it this way: my depth perception's not what it used to be.
Okay, that's a fair point. I go take a seat.
He will pull the box out, and when you're sitting down, open it up and hold it out to you.
Yep, I will reach out and pluck it out.
And now we're engaged.
Roll me your resolve and composure.
I'm glad that I upped my composure just before this session. Composure, resolve. Can I throw willpower into this?
No, because it is your willpower.
All right, then. Don't fuck me!
Classic Jeremy.
You guys are going to be so excited for my next character.
Hell yeah.
I have no idea what my next character is going to be, but we'll find out very soon.
So, you are unable to halt or steady the flow of this. And I need you to make a morality test, actually, is what that failure means.
Okay. Remind me that that is, because I know it's just not rolling my morality.
I forget how the degradation roll works in Hunter. One sec. Vigil. Core rulebook. Right, they don't get a different morality thing, so that'll probably actually be in the World of Darkness core book.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
World of Darkness. Thematic systems.
So basically, you pick a number of dice associated with whatever the act is, and if the roll fails, the morality drops by 1. And then you roll the new level as a dice pool, and if that fails, then they get a derangement.
Cool. Does it have examples? And also, if it does, can you give me a page number?
I think it is. Derangements are on page 96 in the core book. Let me see if there's a degeneration mechanic description page. Page 91, I think, is where you'd pick up.
91. Losing morality dots, generation rolls. All right, here we go.
Yep.
What's your morality currently at?
7.
Roll 4 dice.
Okay. That would
There's
be
one success.
Success.
There's a success.
Okay.
So you manage to maintain your morality and do not have to roll for degeneration for a derangement.
Okay. What do I feel?
What you feel is a hell of an out of body experience as simultaneously your consciousness touches 2 different alien minds. As you sense the roiling mercurial nature that comes with being in contact with a living storm, the sense of clouds rolling, the sense of the anger of lightning, the crash of thunder, the ever booming voice of a storm bellowing your name. And at the same time, the cunning of the fox, the conniving nature of a cheater and a liar, the experience and adventure-starved ideals of a young adventurer, almost, the cunning of a hunter. And both of these personalities collide in your brain as the ring, you're not certain, but pretty certain, puts you very briefly across in contact with the potential personalities of both the maker and the receiver of this ring.
In a way that they're very, from the sounds of it, this is the case, I just want to confirm, are very, very aware of my presence.
You're not certain whether they're aware of you as, hey, here's a mortal that just touched this thing, or if they're aware of this ring is active and extant and they're sensing the ring.
Okay.
But through your contact with the ring, you sense them and they sense the ring and its contact. Whether they sense you is unclear.
Okay. To be clear, because you had said the storm says my name.
that the emotion of a storm roaring your name, not literally your name as in you hear your name. But
Okay,
that sort of
that
there's a storm
changes
coming at
things.
you is the emotion you're sensing right now.
That changes things. Not much, but a little bit. So, and I don't know how long this whole experience lasts. If I'm like in a fugue state for 17 years, or if it's like instant.
It for you, it feels like
Right.
you're. It feels like a good 10 to 30 minutes
Right.
of this mind-numbing exposure. For reality, you are blanked for a couple of seconds.
Okay. After that, the ring is chucked at the ground. She pulls out her gun and empties the clip into the ring.
No, I'm gonna
Bang, bang,
Screaming
bang, bang,
no,
loudly.
I'm gonna try to stop that.
You'll get shot.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to shoot Paul, but
But he's standing beside you, and
Yeah.
he's just gonna try
it
to
is
aim the gun up rather
it
than
is
down.
going down
Okay.
to the air as the gun is coming out and screaming is happening. So, however it plays out.
Yeah.
She's shooting at the gun. If somebody gets in the way, they unfortunately might get shot.
And Astrid's going to try to stop Paul so he doesn't die.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, it's he's standing to
Yeah.
the side. So what I'm picturing is, as the gun comes out, he's gonna try to push her hand up.
Okay.
He's not. He's.
He's not,
He's
gonna
not,
get
he's
in the
not
path of
throwing
the pistol.
himself in front of the ring.
no, I
Yeah,
figured
that's-
he'd
that's
go to,
what I
like,
just
snatch
realized
the
that Jeremy
ring or
must have been
something.
picturing was me like secret servicing my way in front of the ring. No.
Get down, Mr. President.
No, I didn't think you were doing that. I thought you were like gonna reach down to grab the ring and pull it away.
Yeah, no, exactly. Get down, Mr. Relic. No. No. It's just like he's right beside you in case you started to
Yeah,
fall off the
fair.
bench or something. So as it comes out, he's just reaching over and going like this, and he is not interposing any part of himself in
Okay.
front of the gun.
So, are you still going to intervene knowing that that's what's happening, Astrid?
Okay, she's not going to grab Paul. She will be behind him, though.
Okay.
To
So,
see how things play out.
make opposed strength and athletics checks. The two of
Oh
you.
boy, not my strong suit.
I'm not real good at this either, so all of my combat skills are in the actual skill portion.
One success.
Okay.
So, he throws your aim off.
He's getting elbowed in the face.
Make a strength and brawl.
Yep.
Oh,
Or dex and
jeez.
brawl, whichever. I don't strength and
She's
brawl. I
in
think
panic mode.
Yeah, that's fair. Can I?
What's
it
your
would be against
defense,
your
Paul?
defense. What's your defense?
Probably
3.
2, 3. Okay. Well, this is not going to go well for me. Nope.
Oh.
She tries to elbow you, and
And
you just
you-
kind of like lean
You,
back
you
and
rolled
sort of.
you rolled Dex Athletics, not Strength, bro.
Oh, you're right. I do.
Yeah, and there's no
Oh,
dice in
wait.
there.
What the? Attack
roll
roll.
any dice, yeah.
It clicked on attack roll.
Yeah.
Come on, you fucking sheet.
Paul is sort of at this point just like while this is all going on, Paul is trying to stay at a medium volume and not shout. It's all right, you're here, it's all right, while getting elbowed in the face.
Sheet roll.
Okay, as this is happening,
Okay, it's not. Hold on.
Uh,
I'm gonna refresh the roll 20 because it is not. It's not actually changing no matter what I click on. What it says it's trying to roll.
Hang on, let me see
I've-
if I can do it on
Here,
my
I
end.
got it. I'm back in. Let me see if I can do this now.
Oh no, yeah, your character sheet's kind of bugged.
I don't understand why.
Hang on.
Yeah, that all works. It's just the sheet facade. It's just the important part.
Simple
Fuck it.
roll.
2 dice.
Tell me.
-3 is 1.
So
It's 4 dice -3.
simple roll works.
Nope.
Okay. So yeah, you reach over to elbow, and Paul just kind of leans back, and the elbow is sloppy because you're in panic mode. But
I will spin and spin this way, back up, and the gun is pointing.
Okay, as this is
Not
happening,
she's not shooting.
Ast-
To be clear.
No, I
She's
got
pointing.
you. No, Astrid is stepping in, and she is going to try to grab both of them by their ears like the children they are behaving like.
roll me strength and athletics.
Three successes.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh my god! Do either of you want to oppose that?
Yes, I'm in.
Go
I am
for
in
it.
lizard brain fight or flight mode.
Paul
None of
has a
this
gun
makes
pointed at
sense.
him. He's cool.
I mean, you simply got me by the ear because she will let her ear get ripped off right now if that's what it takes.
Oh my gosh.
Paul is not moving.
She
and
touched.
has-
She touched God's mind. There is no rationality to anything that she's doing right now.
Paul has his
She'll
hand
knock
up
you out if she has to.
and is continuing to speak at a calm voice and says, "So we've got a gun pointed at me again."
Interesting.
Astrid, that's a little odd.
It changed to simple roll, so
It did change to simple roll. It won't change outside of that.
hang on. Oh, I see. It for some reason it thinks your unarmed attack is a dexterity and athletics.
Oh, do you have fighting finesse
No.
or some?
No,
merit?
it's just that the unarmed attack is bugged. Hang on, let me
You're
put
right.
a
It is.
fist.
It is simply the once I click off unarmed attack, everything works.
Let me just put
Okay.
a fist weapon in your.
I will spend willpower for this one to try and get away.
Go for it.
She's
So
still struggling, panicked mode. Like there's no rationality in her in her at the moment. There is no conscious thought.
So what do you have her, but she is still struggling and has a gun. What are you doing, Astrid?
She's mostly
Okay.
just flailing and
Paul,
Yeah.
Paul's not struggling against me or anything, right?
No, Paul's very calm.
Well, releasing Paul, focusing on Nina. She's going to try to disarm her. If it comes to it, she will just knock her out.
Jack, you're more familiar with the combat rolls. I believe this would be strength athletics versus a dexterity type roll, I think.
Probably, yeah. If you're going for a disarm, that's usually you have to have a merit for that, but that's if it's a weaponry one. So at this point, I would just say contested strength athletics, honestly.
Strength athletics versus, I'll say you can also get away with your dexterity and athletics, Nina, because you're just trying to slip someone's grip.
they are equally mediocre. And by mediocre, I mean bad. Nope.
Am I rolling strength athletics for this?
Yeah.
Or you could also
Actually,
do,
no. If she's just trying to get the gun, she's not worried. She will let her disarm the gun. She's currently just trying to get away from the person being aggressive to her right now.
Okay, yeah. You can also do it as a strength brawl against their defense, and as long as you get a success, you can just
Yeah.
take something or pry something out of their hand
So I think my athletics.
without dealing damage.
Nope, they're the same. Okay.
Although if I'm not contesting, is there even a defense taken out?
Not really.
Nah.
So you make a strength and brawl or strength athletics, and yeah. So
2 successes.
you get the gun out of her hands.
And Nina is simply throwing
Okay.
herself backwards against the nearest wall, whatever, that
Okay.
she can. Wide-eyed
As-
and panicked at the moment.
Astrid will shove the gun at Paul. And then like hand him the gun. Like,
I mean,
hold
consi-
this.
Not a good day for me. No, I will take it, make it disappear.
She's gonna walk over to Nina and try to calm her down.
how are you doing this?
She's going to just calmly walk over and just using a slow, calm voice.
Okay.
Nina, I need you to calm down right now. I need you to try to take slow breaths.
She slowly starts to, like, there's no inherent immediate danger, and God has not appeared in front of her. She starts to get a little bit, she starts to come down a little bit.
I don't know what you saw,
Blinks a little bit.
but we are not going to hurt you here.
From over Astrid's shoulder, Paul, still standing where he was, very calmly says, "Also, the last time one of us pointed a gun at the other, that person left to work on their music career, and I haven't got the foggiest where I'm going to start, so I'm going to need your advice."
Oh! No. Actually, you know what?
Is that funny enough to make her laugh?
Yeah, there's gonna be like a long moment, and Astrid will probably be able to see the sudden shift to, okay, I'm able to think rationally, and it's like flicking a switch. All of a sudden, she just stands up straighter, takes a moment, sort of brushes herself down, and is like, "You're a lost cause, anyways. I just know you would be."
No, Ron, you haven't even heard me at karaoke.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. Let's fucking go. Nobody fucking touch that thing.
Astrid will kind of put an arm around Nina, like a half hug. Are you okay?
There's a moment where she feels like she is about to push away, and then I'm good.
Okay.
Handkerchief out, pick up ring and handkerchief, put back in containment device, put away.
Yep.
I am much less comfortable about having that in our possession, though.
I will square it away
Understandable.
good and proper. But for right now, I imagine even for America, that many gunshots in the afternoon, probably a little much. So we ought to be going. Paul will walk over and sort of, overly dramatically, will open the driver's side door and sort of gesture Nina in.
Yep. She gets in and she sits down and is just quiet.
Do you need me to drive?
Yes, please.
Okay. Astrid will take the keys.
Paul will wait to see if Nina takes shotgun or goes to the back.
She just goes where whatever door is opened.
Yeah, I will open the back door so she can get in
Okay.
and lie down potentially if she needs to.
She doesn't lie down. She just sits there, sort of crosses her arms, and so watching wherever the ring has gone, like a hawk.
Paul gets into the passenger side front.
Should be where the ring went. So
Yep.
And Astrid drives them back.
as we're driving, would you rather I make sure this doesn't come back to the to what are we calling the place?
Headquarters.
The
Safe
hideout.
house.
The safe house.
The safe house.
Batmobile.
I don't know. It's
Would you rather I got it away from you?
I'm fine. Fuck that ring. I don't care. It's not my boss. But
The literal opposite of the One Ring. Nobody wants this fucking thing.
I
do.
their consciousnesses are very connected.
The Fae.
Yes.
Did you see them or feel them?
I will take I will take B on that Scantron test.
Were they nearby? What
I don't
could
know. They're
Okay.
maybe. Nah, I mean,
There wasn't really a sense of distance.
right? Like, I'll put it this way: it did feel like someone was standing right next to me, screaming into my ear with a bullhorn. But that doesn't mean anything, I don't think, for these people.
So you have seen me at karaoke.
Having experienced this, do you think it would be better if we get rid of it?
Yes. I do. I don't.
I mean, do you think it might make it worse? Like, would they show up?
I don't know. What I do know is that I don't know if they sensed me, but they sensed the ring, and that the ring is active. If I had to guess, I would say they are at least somewhat aware of the situation. What they can do about that, I don't know. I don't really want to know, and I don't know if it's going to make it worse if we make it go away or if we hold on to it. One of the two is probably the worst idea in the world,
I agree.
but I don't know which is which.
If we want to take, for now, if we want to take a middle of the road, I can take it to the labyrinth. There are containment places there.
I like that we both had the exact same reaction.
Paul again kind of holds up his hand and says, "That's why I'm bringing it up. I'm being straightforward
I
about it.
appreciate that.
But we've got containment fields, and a labyrinth is named because it cannot be found unless you know how to find it."
I'm not entirely comfortable with that.
There are two reasons why I'm not comfortable with it. One, I'm not going to go into it now for the sake of intercar lack of intercarp conflict, but I think pretty much spelled it out right there. Two is I don't think that I give your people a lot of shit. I don't want them to get their asses kicked, and I think that might happen. I felt God's mind. That is the closest way I can equate the equivalent here. And I don't think any piddly protections... I'm not saying that your group is not good at what they do. I'm saying anything any of us can do is piddly, is going to mean much of anything.
And it sounds like we all as a group better get together and decide what we're going to do about this.
Yeah,
thing.
no, I think we need to go back.
When you say you felt God's mind, are we talking about an archfey?
Yes, I'm not saying literal
Or-
God. I'm saying
Okay.
I am
all right,
saying
yeah.
I am saying an archfey, which is that's the closest I've ever come to feeling the mind of a god. So I don't know. I don't believe in the one god, so this might as well be it.
Okay.
So, Colleen speaks up. If I was going to destroy the ring in the first place, I would have to lay hands on it. And I'm trained by mages who specialize in mind magic in general. So,
I'm going to say the one thing I will definitely say there was a big one and there was a smaller one. I'm pretty sure the one we want to talk to about the wreath is the smaller one. I'm also pretty sure there is. Picture the supernatural thing we trust the least. Whatever it is for you. The thing you trust the least. Demon, vampire, werewolf, ugly werewolf, whatever. That's going to be a 1 on the 10 scale here. In terms of how much trust we should give this person. But the quicker we can get it to them and get the information about this wreath, the better, because then it's their problem. That's my thought. Are we there yet?
yeah, about now.
No, that was her saying it in character just to break the tension.
Astrid like visibly hits the gas more.
But Colleen, I was again, yeah. The Akashics taught me, and if any kind of techniques can steal a mind for that kind of experience, theirs can. And I'll have to touch it if I'm gonna get rid of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Again,
Well, sorry, go ahead.
sounds like bad enough having touched it. If it's gonna get worse, the bed or whatever, just soul. I'm not sure if we want to bring that down on us right now.
No, there is. I realize this change. This is a change from what I said like 5 minutes ago, but if we can get this to the artist formerly known as Archfey, and get trade it to him for the wreath, then that's a Stripling Prince problem. And it's no longer an us problem. So,
That's. I agree. Assuming everyone else is on board, we need to find a place to keep it, and then try to track down the prince.
yep. All right, let's go back and.
Kind of concerned about who managed to steal this ring from the prince and put it in the Nucklevy.
I'm trying real hard not to think about that. Real hard. I don't know, maybe when we talk to the prince we can find out.
Maybe.
So yeah, get back.
So you arrive back at the hideout. Nico, and however sober Thomas is by now.
Probably up to Thomas at this point.
The remainder of the party returns, looking shaken.
Oh hey!
Just walks in, walks
So-
straight
so-
past everyone, And
So
goes
Nico
for-
and Thomas have been doing a project while you guys were
Oh,
gone.
okay. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Because one way to gauge somebody's level of high is to get them involved in a process and see how well they do.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So Nico brought in a number of packages. There's an IKEA shelf. There's a turntable record player with speakers.
Ooh.
There's a number of records. There's a number of comic books, and he's like, "All right, we're gonna build some furniture. We're gonna set up this sound system. Help me out."
Cool.
So Nico will have been using that period of time and that project to sort of gauge how Thomas is riding his high.
Nice.
And there's also like some chintzy red ribbon, and he ties a bow around it because this is Colleen's latest birthday present, very belated. So that's what you guys see when you come in, probably.
Yep. She just walks straight through. Walks straight to the bar.
Happy birthday! Looks like you guys had a great talk. Right. Yep.
Just
What?
she's making a sloppy AMF.
Okay.
Astrid grabs a bottle of alcohol. No one mess with the ring.
No one, under
Oh.
any fucking circumstances.
Paul is putting the kettle on.
Khalid, I got you stuff. Happy birthday.
Yay!
Built
It's
it.
that exact level of enthusiasm.
Right.
What happened?
Well, the ring is. We're gonna start. Hold on, just a second. Okay. All right. So, to start with, shakes. The ring is a connection between two archfey. One one who's the Storm. I don't remember what their name was. It might just be the Storm.
Nurgle, the raging one,
Nurgle.
was the name.
Nurgle. Yes, Nurgle. The second one being the Stripling Prince. We think the Stripling Prince has the wreath. We need the wreath. So then,
Okay.
so current plan, at least going in my head, although when we talked about it a little bit in the car, but obviously when you talk about it with everybody, is trade ring to Prince for wreath. Eat wreath. Ring is Prince's problem.
Is the prince gonna want the ring back?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably.
Okay.
From the best that we can figure, the ring, this corporal is some sort of bond or pledge between the two of them made
Yes.
manifest. So
Oh, so the ring means the prince has the storm by the short and curlies.
Correct.
Other way around.
Or yes. No, other way around. Sorry.
so
Well, then
but-
it sounds like the prince would not want the ring back if.
The prince would if the prince wants to destroy the ring.
it's like the best I can figure it. It's like if there was a contract, the only copy of a contract between two people.
Right.
The prince is a person who's on the losing side of this contract. You find it, give it over to him. Prince can burn the contract, change it. I don't know, something like that.
That sort of
Alright.
thing.
I mean, our choice is probably the same either way. It's just, do we tell the prince, "Hi, we've got your ring, give us the Iron Wreath," or "Hi, we've got your ring that you don't want, give us the Iron Wreath, and we'll have Colleen eat it for you."
No. We definitely don't want that to happen because I don't think anybody more should be touching that ring anymore.
Okay. All right.
It was a bad
Okay.
time for Shakes and another bad time for Miss Sky.
Oh shit! You need. I mean, you've got that.
Yeah,
but
the
you need
the
anything else to
glass is
steady?
about 3/4 empty at this point.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay.
I am seeing cross-eyed, and that's exactly where I want to be right now. Um, but yeah, it's that is a mental conduit to those to the two holders of the ring, or the two connection. Yeah, and ing.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
nobody wants to be feeling those. Trust me.
But we're gonna have to go talk to one of them.
We're gonna have to go talk with one of them. Yes.
Okay.
Do we know where he
You're
is?
saying it's the prince one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stripling Prince.
Okay.
Do we know where this guy is?
We do not currently.
Okay.
That's
That
part of
is
the
a
rest.
problem I had not considered.
They part of the rest of the problem is they may now know where we are.
It is conceivable.
Mm-hmm.
So another
Oh.
thing to discuss is what to do with the ring in the meantime.
Added bonus. The Stripling Prince is apparently one of the few Archfey who has made it over to this side.
I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse.
Right? And he is definitely the least trusting individual who has mind fucked me before. And let me tell you, that is a long list and a high bar.
Uh-huh.
We could.
Okay. So when we're talking about trustworthiness, are we talking like
He's a imagine, all the trickster spirit kind of things.
okay.
Fucking Crow and Kitsune and all of that sort of thing. Loki
and blah 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 and
yeah.
so
Set.
so are we so
Well,
so
not
are we
Set.
talking like
Set's actually evil, but
right, are we talking like
Misunderstood.
Reynard, are we talking Loki, or are we talking Johnny Cochran? How bad are we talking?
oh, that's a nasty bar. I feel like more playful than Johnny,
Okay.
but probably that level of deviousness.
Okay.
Maybe even a little bit more.
Cool.
Like I don't know. Maybe the glove's made out of human skin this time, just because it's funny.
Right.
There are some people who are born in the Atro are so confused right now because they didn't watch American Crime Story or any of the OJ documentaries.
I just have to share this TikTok real quick because I feel like this is Nina right now, just in Roll20.
Oh God. Oh no! Wait, I can't listen because then it's gonna go all over the screen.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're the one with the noise.
damn
So
it.
you have to see that later.
It was almost open.
Oh God.
So I'm confused. Well, I'm confused. What we've got a ring. May already know the guy who we need to give it to. May or may not know that we got it, and may or may not be coming to go get it.
Possibly.
Golden Star so far.
And what are we trying to decide? Where we're putting it?
Right. Do we want to keep
should-
it here?
Well, if he's coming for it, we need to talk to him anyway.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If they know, if the Stripling Prince, if they're aware of where we are, that's good because now they can come talk to us. It's also bad because now they can come talk to us.
Yeah.
The laptop in the corner of the room goes off.
When you say
Oh,
goes
boy.
off, do you mean like explodes?
Like messages begin to come in.
Okay.
Bing, bing.
Paul will
Your email ping goes off, yeah?
Paul will head over that direction unless anybody's closer.
You have a message from Verity1.
Okay.
Get out now.
The message is quite simply, this has been going to every single order hall in Atlanta. And it plays a video of, and it's a backlit video of an individual standing in front of a spotlight. So most of their frame is very obscured. But from what you can see, they are in an incredibly well-tailored suit with, like, we're talking like Victorian era well-tailored suit, like with coattails and fancy buttons and big sleeves and stuff like that. But this individual sort of turns on the camera and steps back from it and stands in the spotlight for a second with the spotlight behind him. And he says, to whoever this lovely individual may be who just came into contact with the particular item that you are well aware what you found, I would love to arrange a meeting with you to discuss the details of the thing you've just located. Believe me, I think we can help each other, you and I. Let's approach this problem together. If you'd like to meet me, I'll be waiting at the local zoo. And the video cuts off.
Paul has
Fuck
turned the
me.
computer so that's visible, of course.
So you're not going alone.
I pat your shoulder.
You're goddamn right I'm not going alone.
Are you going at all, or are you sending
I'm
some
gonna
trusted
go.
representatives?
I'm gonna go. Fuck
Yeah.
Fuck that motherfucker. He doesn't get to scare me.
I mean, that's reasonable.
But no, I would be going with somebody else if I had to knock Paul unconscious and drag him into the car.
Oh, I'm touched to think you thought of me first.
I don't think
Paul.
it'll come to that.
Whenever I think of knocking someone out, it's always you first.
He blows you a kiss.
All right. Seriously, though, someone is coming with me, right?
Of course.
I'm
Cool.
coming with you.
God.
Colleen speaks up at that point. We learned something important from the fact that he sent that video to apparently every hunter organization in the city.
Yeah, he knows every hunter organization in the city.
Well, the other thing is
He doesn't know who I am, yes.
he could
Right,
figure
he
out
didn't-
that you were a hunter, but not where you were or who you were. So he
I
just
mean, that
sent a
could
blast
just-
out to every hunter in the city.
That could just be an educated guess of some idiot touched this ring. It's gotta be a hunter, because no one else would be that stupid.
Potentially.
Mages would be.
Okay, that's true. Mages absolutely would be.
He might have been able to tell that you were just a mundane human.
Two other bits of information we've got from that. One, he's powerful enough not to worry about the fact that he's just called down the attention of every hunter in the city. Two,
Mm-hmm.
we probably are not the only hunters who are going to be showing up at the zoo, so be prepared for some friendly fire.
He's also got a nice suit. Probably be able to recognize him from that.
If he's there in that.
Oh,
Three.
Thomas,
I
you think he's going to look like a person at first?
He probably not.
Three, I really don't think we ought to bring the ring with us.
I mean, if you see a sea otter in a very nice 3-piece. Granted, that'll be a clue.
Can I kidnap it and keep it as a pet?
I'm gonna put a tentative veto on Pet Archfey in the hideout. Now you can keep him in your murder shack. I mean, your torture shack if you want.
I mean, I just meant the otter in general.
Oh, okay. Oh, if it turns out it's actually literally just an otter in a 3-piece.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, no.
I
That
mean,
I'm fine with.
I'll keep an otter archfey. Like, if I could contain it.
I feel like we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
But
While we're at the zoo, we can stop by the main office, see if they've got one of those adopt an animal programs, and go from there.
Yeah,
But
you can usually get like a stuffed
should
animal
probably
and
check
stuff.
the laws first on whether. I mean, I don't care one way or the other, but maybe check the laws on whether you can actually own.
Yeah, whether exotic mustelids are a felony or not. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you can sponsor it.
I think you can actually have an otter farm because I believe Holly's talked about
You
this
can,
before.
yes. At least in Georgia, you can have an otter. Yes,
I was gonna say if
Awesome.
anybody knows,
because
probably
it's
you.
it's a dream of mine.
So, can I go try and find this guy? Other people there?
Again,
Okay.
what are we
Okay.
going to do with the ring? It seems unbelievably foolish to bring it with us.
No, I agree with you,
I
but
know,
I
yeah.
don't want to leave it here unguarded.
Yeah.
Who's
Also,
who
be
is?
stupid.
Hmm. All right. Paul,
All right.
I have
Oh.
a question.
He is listening.
If we were to say put it in storage.
What if we leave it with Zero?
Nope, never mind. Forget everything I said. Well, I said was about to say let's leave it with Zero.
Wait.
Nothing
The
doesn't
first
matter.
time-
Doesn't matter.
But the first time today, Paul is looking genuinely upset and flustered. Much more so than when you pointed a gun at him. Hold on a minute. You'd rather give it to the Chiron group?
Oh, that's well. So here's the thing. I would trust you holding on to it. I would not trust the Aegis holding on to it. I would trust the. No, that's not true. That's a good point.
The Zero is the Chiron group in this
I was gonna
region.
say,
Even if he wasn't, I don't trust Zero. But
I can hang on to it.
and not come with.
Not directly. I'll be in the parking lot.
I mean, that sounds fair.
That's a compromise I can potentially be okay with.
Because
I'm
Paul, I'm
concerned
gonna
with the
want
parking
you on. I'm gonna want you to have eyes on, because you're the one who can. You are our academic, and if anything goes hinky or sideways that doesn't mesh with our knowledge base, you'll probably be the first one to be able to suss that out.
Paul is nodding and says, I'd be much more comfortable if all of us were there, because it's going to be, like I said, we're going to get, I feel, quite a bit of interference, and the more representation we've got to bring to bear, the better.
I mean, it's roughly at this point that each of you, with the exception of Astrid, because hers is not present at the moment, are getting notifications from your local group leaders, basically all universally asking what the fuck is going on.
I just really quick go in,
Oh,
do a mass text back on that thread is like, why did I have to find out from Network Zero before I found out from you fuckers? Send. And then really quick after that, it's handled.
Yeah, Nico will just text Amalia back and be like, working on it. Will update when progress is completed.
I mean, if everyone's already been invited to this thing, why don't we make it a party?
No.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Are you
No.
suggesting to make it a bacchanal?
I am. I
No,
am.
absolutely not.
If this guy's really powerful though, and like he thinks, we're gonna walk up with it, or we're going to walk up with it close-ish, having more of us
I'm a little less. That's a valid point that
there
I was
to
planning
like,
on bringing
you
up.
know.
Yeah, that's a valid point that I plan on bringing up. I would like, conceivably, if possible, there to be further back than the parking lot.
Okay. Okay.
Like at
Yeah,
least
I can
a
drop
good,
you. I can drop you guys off and run down to the
at
Waffle
least
House.
a good like mile or two away. Like something that they can't cross. That something that isn't just I reach my arm out and it keeps going like I'm a Guillermo del Toro character. But the reason why I'm not there are many reasons I am not comfortable with that suggestion, but the main one is this prince just ends up deciding, you know what, I'm going to obliterate everybody's here and just take it. I still want there to be other hunters in the city. And I have no illusions of the fact of whether we're going to kill this fucking thing.
Okay. Do you want any backup there besides us, or?
Paul, by the way, is sending a text that says, just have retrieval team on standby. Do not send operatives. Authorized, Copus of Cotswolds.
What time of day is it currently?
It's started to hit the afternoon.
Because I guess like my perspective on this is, if everyone's been invited, with that message and shit.
So there's only so much you can do to stop, because there's more hunter organizations in the city than just you guys's.
Oh, legit.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's no
If
way
they're
you're going to
gonna
stop
show
all the
up
hunters from
anyway.
showing up anyway.
If you can set
Some
the
of them-
theme of the party. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just my thought.
It's a
Not to
good.
mention
I see where you're going. But
Not to mention the bacchanal is a once per chronicle or chapter? It's once per chapter.
Chapter.
It's a long use.
Yeah.
Once per chapter, and also provide some hefty benefits.
no bacchanals with the Archfey, please.
But you guys are good at me camping out at, because there's a
Yeah.
Waffle House right across from the high school, and I can just,
Fine with that. Yeah,
Can
we
you
can't
pick me up some
control
hash
if other
browns?
people show up. Well, we can try.
I will absolutely.
Yeah, but then we're like fighting all the other,
I'm sending a message.
hunter groups.
Sorry, I'm sending a quick text out to all the union people of stay away from that place, no matter what, until further notice. And if everybody else wants,
Nico's gonna go watch the video again and try and pick up anything he can on what, because he's been told basically the full breakdown. What type of animal does this character affiliate with or gravitate toward?
Roll
And
me.
he will drink his ass an Eye of Ra if he has to.
You can if you want, and also drink your wits and make your wits composure after you do so.
Okay.
Step away really quickly. I should be
I'm
able to.
disappointed that role doesn't involve animal handling.
All right, so I get a +4 to my wits and composure.
But I get it.
4 successes.
You notice a few things about this individual. The backlighting is hiding a lot of it, but there are certain details about him that become clear as you look closer. For one, the silhouette of his outfit is slightly ragged. Like, you can't see much of the legs, but there are certain parts of the sleeves that look a little worn down.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some tears in the sleeves.
Okay.
The collar's got a really weird thing where it like curves up around, like up towards near his ears and sort of curves out.
Like Doctor Strange-esque.
Like Doctor Strange, but with nothing in the back, just sort of like the side collar.
Right, just, yeah. Very high flared collar. Okay.
Yeah. His hair is sort of oddly coiffed, very old style. And there's some kind of long scarf that's draped around him, like around the shoulders, like not actually wrapped around his neck, but like that casual way that someone wears a scarf when they're just showing it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fashion scarf, not warmth scarf.
Yes. You can see that the cuffs on his sleeves are kind of ragged as well. And overall, his demeanor is sly and cunning, and his grin is a little too wide from what little of the silhouette you can make of it. If you were going to pick an animal, especially a folklore or mythologically relevant animal to associate this individual with, it would be a fox.
Okay.
Especially with the fact that foxes are predators.
Right. Which he will then follow up with a Google search on current attractions at the Atlanta Zoo. Do they have a fox display of any sort?
They do have foxes.
Okay.
At least in this version. I don't know if the Atlanta Zoo actually has foxes, but they do right now.
I don't think they do.
They do in the World of Darkness, damn
well,
it.
this time they do. So Nika will make that research report available to Nina, so she's got at least a potential vector once you get there, rather than just wandering up and down a zoo and hoping that something happens.
Yep. Yeah, I send out the message to the union. Everybody stay back until further notice. The fewer people we can have there, the better. So if you guys can try and get word, try and talk some people into staying back, that'd be great.
So no party?
No party. Not with the archfey, sweetie.
Not even a small party.
Not even a small party, because there's no such. I'm going out on a limb and saying there's no such thing as a small archfey party.
Small exclusive invitations.
That is almost literally like the sorority saying we'll just have a couple guys over.
One day you'll get to use it, Mara.
I know.
All right, let's get there before everybody else does, and let's get there while there are as few bodies on the ground as possible. I think is probably the better way to put it.
By the time you get to the Atlanta Zoo, it will be night.
I think we should take. I think Nico should take his own car or his own van, separate from the rest of us.
Yeah, Nico will drive his mini. Yeah.
In that case, Astrid is going to text Archer and send him the video.
I'm gonna.
And
Go ahead.
You get back. That's fucked up. You want assistance?
could you be there as backup?
Yeah.
In case things go wrong.
Just me?
Astrid will ask the group. So I'm talking with Archer. I think since it will be dark by the time we're there, it might be good to have him as backup in case things go wrong. Is everyone okay with that?
Which one's Archer?
He's my brother. He's a vampire. Don't kill him. You kill him, I kill you.
Yeah.
He's come through for us in several tight spots. Seems like a stand.
He's a good sort. He's a good dude.
Okay.
In the interest
Weirdly,
of,
he never says that's how you get ants, though.
in the interest of preserving relationships and so on, should we let Shakes know? I just asking a question. I personally feel like keeping him away from this is a better option. But
I'm gonna say for Shakes' own well-being, yes, because we don't know for sure. We're just supposing at this point, based on things that we've pieced together, that they might have the. So it's really, there's no, we're under no obligation. And yeah, I think, hey Shakes, those things that scare you real bad. Well, we found them. We want to come and say hi.
well, I was thinking just as a warning that one was in town, not as an invitation to show up.
Oh. No, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that might be better.
That's good. Yes. I'll handle that.
Like I said, as much goodwill as we can broker for when things fall apart later on.
No, legit. So yeah, I will send a text to Shake saying, hey, hon. You know that whole thing that we were just talking about with those two people and their jewelry, and how one of them might be closer than the other one?
You get back a yes with 3 question marks and a dread emoji.
Now would be a really bad time to go see the Lions.
Yeah, Detroit sucks this time of year.
They always suck.
Thank you, Mara.
Ah.
You get back, got it, going to ground.
Astrid holding up her phone. So, Archer, question mark?
Like
And
I
if
said,
he comes, should he bring people?
make sure he knows though that we ain't going to be the only hunters there.
That's so I have.
I did send him the video, but I
Okay.
will also let him know.
My concerns are, I think having some backup is good, especially some backup that's sympathetic towards us.
Literally, none of you know me well enough to realize why this is so out of character, but I honestly would, if we've got more than one of Archer and backup coming, I don't have to be by myself at a Waffle House then.
He's saying that he would actually willingly sit with a vampire in a Waffle House.
Yeah,
That's not a bad idea.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, I could just ask him to bring, like, Alexander.
One
Like if it
maybe, and Alexander so far has seemed to be fairly unvolatile. That's my concern. Is the more people connected to our side of the world, our side of what life is, that we bring, the more volatile the situation potentially gets. Hanging back, yes, and with like Archer and Alexander, I think that's fine.
she'll text Archer. Would you and Alexander mind hanging out with Nico at a Waffle House?
You can do that.
And keeping them out of sight helps keep the stakes low, so to speak.
All right. Yeah. You have Waffle House friends, Nico.
That didn't
Okay,
pick up.
cool. We will guard the package until such a time as you guys decide if it's needed on the grounds.
Sweet.
Right. I can try and deflect some people. Thomas starts typing on his phone.
Hey, who's the what?
I was really hoping it's like, but it's still super high, so he's doing it on the coffee table.
No, I think he'd be fairly like because
Yeah, no, he's
all were
probably
gone for a
okay
little
now.
bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he's
Probably
probably
okay
good.
right now.
Just yeah, he's fairly fit. He's going to be texting Ashwood Abbey, saying, "Yeah, party, right? Costumes."
So join us for Werewolf next week.
Are you going to use your bacchanal on this?
I am for tomorrow. I'm basically trying to deflect, trying to get a bash going that they think is going to be the real thing after we have gotten in to deal with this.
So you're going to use a distraction bacchanal.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
A distractional.
Yeah.
Diversion
If you
party.
will.
Perfect.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you arrange a bacchanal for the following night.
Yes. Uh-huh. Costume party.
When
Excellent.
we all die except for Thomas, can we all come back as college age hunters? Because I can't wait to fool the dean.
Oh my god. All right, that's excellent.
My advice to you is to start drinking heavily.
All right, so
I think I have to. There's like mechanics for it. If you want, me
there
to
are.
through
We'll
the
go
full-
over them
Okay.
after game.
Cool.
You don't have to roll to set up the bacchanal though.
No, I don't. It just happens.
All right, that's been organized. Archer and Alexander will be arriving to play bodyguard for Nico in the ring.
Sorry, I can picture now as Dean Wormer going like, Ashwood House!
So, are there any other preparations that need to be made before you head?
Assuming that nobody knows about what we just learned.
Are you going to tell people that you've got a distraction set up, Thomas?
Yeah, that's basically what he was saying. I'm gonna set up a I'm gonna let my people know then that it's distraction. So should be fine. Maybe we'll see.
I mean, that'll keep fewer boots. on
He'll
the ground, I
show
guess?
the text. So it's basically like it's like party tomorrow.
Where are you having the party take place?
Outside of the zoo tomorrow night. It's very that's specifically on the text.
Who is the text being sent to? Can we see from
To it's just I don't think he would label it. Yeah, it just says Abby, Abbi and Co plus Co.
Nice.
Yeah.
I gave you guys the name of the Ashwood Abbey person who was sitting with.
Yes, again, in
last
season
season,
1.
Yeah. I need to go back and dig up her name and also the guy's name.
I was gonna say, well, if you gave us the name, you should be able to tell us it right
Yeah,
now.
I don't know if
right?
I don't know if these are my people or necessarily these people, the people from last season.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
I
she's
didn't watch that.
definitely one of the people at
Okay.
the head of the abbey in the city,
Okay.
as
Okay.
is the guy with the blue hair at the head of the faithful in the city. So
Mhm.
Right. Okay.
that's why they get together every so often at DJ Senti's to have some sausages and wine and conversation. One
Well-
person has the sausages, one person has the wine.
There's lots of conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was thinking, get them all excited planning stuff for tomorrow. While we sort of walk on in. You're giving me that look, Nina.
I'm giving you that look. You're right. How familiar are you with changelings?
Ish. I haven't. Not too. Not really. At
What
all.
we've learned so far is changelings
Okay.
feed off of emotion.
Right.
Your parties generate a lot of emotion.
But by that time, he'll have his thing and maybe has wandered off, or who knows.
I'm
can always
confused
change
of
the
the point
venue.
of the distraction then.
You can also say it's canceled at that point. Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
due to weather or
I feel like the
Maybe
point
it's
of the
a different place.
distraction is
The dean found it.
making the abbey think that everything's actually going down tomorrow night,
Yeah.
so they don't show up tonight.
and my people are good at talking to people.
I was okay. No, never mind. That's good.
See, told you.
Oh, were you getting the dates wrong in
Undo.
your head?
Yeah.
Little bit.
Sorry.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't sure. I legitimately, my mind said, "Oh, okay." Then I was confused, and it's actually tomorrow night that we're doing all of this.
Yeah.
No.
No. He's
No,
specifically
the plan
doing it
was to
later
go to the meeting tonight and have the party tomorrow.
You don't get
Yeah.
a look.
Okay. Cool.
Actually, no. You do get a look. An
Okay.
impressed one.
Awesome.
Please tell me Thomas actually does the
Yes.
finger guns.
He
Yes.
did. He's a dork. All right. Send text.
Thomas is my favorite sword bro ever.
Oh, that's brilliant. Again, so with that knowledge made, does anyone else have more preparations they need to make before you head for the zoo?
Nico just needs to make sure he's got something to hold the ring in, which I assume Paul has already provided.
Yeah.
Zero has the containment units that you've been using to hold artifacts in.
Right. There's probably a few of those scattered around. So yeah,
This
we'll
is
just
Thomas-
stash one of those.
The one that it's currently in is a is a very small one. It's made of like on the outside it's a very clear sort of industrial high-end looking plastic reinforced, and on the inside there's a foam insert, so it actually looks kind of like a proposal ring box at this point.
Okay. Gotcha.
Paul will lift out, as he gives it to you, Paul will lift out the portion with the sort of the first level of the foam and show you that there is another one of those coins underneath, and said, I put this in just on the off chance that the fate that we met with tried to do a grab and
Oh, yeah.
run.
Yeah,
But,
no.
just if you come
One eye on in case of walkabouts. No, that totally makes sense.
exactly. So if you're comfortable, we can leave it in. Otherwise, I'll take
Yeah.
it out.
Nah, go ahead and leave it in.
I will put it back in, put the foam on top, and then leave everything else as it is. And Miss Guy is not kidding. It was not a pleasant undertaking. Don't touch it.
No.
I generally only experiment with consumables rather than static tangibles. So yeah,
just it's been an interesting.
What, you don't want to lick a toad?
I'll lick a lizard.
Somewhere there is an Ashwood Babu who's like, what if I take this ring and I swallow it?
I
Then you
did have
become a
that
knuckle
Will
thought.
their mind?
I did have that thought.
their mind be in my stomach, and then will I be digesting a
Their
phase
mind.
mind?
That'd be a question that a faithful of Shulpei would ask before an Ashwood Abbey would ask.
You're right. The Ashwood Abbey wouldn't think that for they'd be just like, this looks like it tastes good. Well, I love the Abbey, but
I mean,
Ashwood Abbey would be like, there's all sorts of appendages I can put a ring on.
yeah, that was my specific concern with Ashwood Abbey.
That ring is fucking barbed. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
first of all, so
Welcome to the
second
life.
Yeah.
of all,
But anyway, since our viewership audience did not necessarily consent to all the kinks we know about,
Jeez. Okay.
Thomas.
Thomas is going to go to a pharmacy.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm literally right here.
no, not you.
Oh, not that type of pharmacy? Okay.
Nope.
There's one being
A-
built upstairs.
Yeah, yeah. And get anything he would think would help with getting whatever Nico gave him out of his system. So
What do you think would help get hard drugs out of your system?
Well, hey, these are soft drugs. Very
Yeah.
soft drugs.
I
But
know, but he was
right.
panicking.
Food and time. That's literally
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hydrate, eat something. Don't engage in strenuous exercise because that can go either end of the scale.
Is that what Thomas would know though? Because keep in mind, Thomas is an idiot college boy.
Do you go for the syrup of Ipecac?
Yeah, I might.
It is way past that, but sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
I like the mental image that Thomas is like jogging to the pharmacy. Do a little
Yeah.
like, exercise.
Yeah. Okay. And he will come back looking pale and not it's just okay.
That didn't work.
Nope. But all right. And looking at his phone, coordinating texts with party stuff. It's very important.
You're probably starting to come down about now, so.
Yeah.
But
Hey Nina.
sup,
Hey Nina.
sup, babe.
This is away from the rest of the group.
Yep.
Nico gave me something. Do you know what that was? I think that was weed.
What it looked like, what it tastes like, what's it do, India?
What?
What it looked like, what's it taste like, what's it do, India?
Well, I'm gonna guess it was the lollipop.
Okay.
Things got real funny.
Real funny how?
Just funny. You know.
You got stoned.
Okay.
Well, that's a vague term that could mean a lot of different things, but you got high, right?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I don't have any reason to suspect that Nico. I've dealt with Nico for a good while.
He just does that.
If he did it, there was for a reason, and it was for a reason that was for your well-being. More than likely.
Okay. Okay.
You're not missing any memory?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
There's a lot of video games.
Okay. Yeah.
They kind of expand. Okay.
Yeah, you lose time with those. You're not missing any memory. You don't remember doing anything that you wouldn't otherwise do.
Nope.
You're probably good. You can ask him.
Nah,
He's
that's
somebody
fine.
he's somebody who'll be pretty upfront if you do ask. You have every
That's
right
fine.
not to ask though.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's your thing.
Okay. Cool. That's it.
Cool.
Party time.
How you feeling?
Yeah, good.
Good?
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm a little impressed. You chose, and I'm not saying it's an all or nothing situation in any matter, but you picked the group over your society. It's always a little
Yeah.
bit of a question to me as to whether people do that. Good on you.
You're here. Yeah.
I mean, fair point.
Anyway, let's go kill some monsters.
We're not killing anything.
I know.
We
God,
are
you told
definitely-
me- when you told me all this, I thought there was going to be more.
We'll get
sword
there.
slaying
Just got in a
and,
fight with
like,
the fucking
slashing.
Knuckle of
You
like
literally
earlier
just-
today.
You literally just killed the horseman of fucking Cronenberg.
Yeah, it was good.
Don't worry, there will be more killing later.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna hold you to that.
There will definitely be more killing later.
Okay.
Just not on. We are definitely not trying to kill this one.
Or the vampires,
Or the vampires
sheepy
that are
person.
good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There are vampires out there, about 99% of them, that you got every license in the world to kill. I think they're generally pretty good, but there's plenty out there for you to kill. It's just, we want... Look, my philosophy on this is I don't care what you are if you're in my city. I care what you're doing to the people inside it. I'm going to treat a completely mortal human living, breathing, bleeding serial killer the same way I would treat a vampire who goes around killing everybody he feeds from. By the same token, I'm going to treat a vampire who is careful to preserve life the same way I'm going to treat a human who does the same thing.
We're working with some people though who are maybe gonna stage a murder. Yeah.
I mean, you got to make an omelet. You got to break a few eggs, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah.
As long as it's
Just saying,
bad people.
include me in on the omelet.
Yeah.
Anyway,
As long as it is bad people that we are killing, I'm fine with it.
Sure. Yeah. Cool.
I mean, when you stage a crime of passion, you're sort of... The crime of passion is a bad thing. Like, it takes a bad person to do that kind of thing often.
Yep.
Thomas isn't really clear on the details of this plan, so he is just expressing concern preemptively. It's okay.
All right, let's
Right.
do this shit.
Party.
So, you make your way to the Atlanta Zoo. And by the time you've arrived, it is dark. And the group of you convene, and Archer and Alexander arrive and meet with Nico to head off to the nearest Waffle House.
Yep.
The rest of you is Colleen present?
No,
assume so.
absolutely not.
Is
So
she
Colleen,
at the
Colleen's with Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Long
The rest of you head into the zoo
Yep.
and make your way to the fox exhibit that has been set up recently. And as you enter, you look around, and as you're looking around and trying to keep an eye out, there is a small black fox that makes its way out of one of the enclosures. Its eyes are a bright green. And as it walks, it goes from black to orange to the various. It goes through a few different shades, and eventually arrives at this sort of bright orange, sort of the iconic fox colorations. And it grins wide. Hello, darling. It's good to meet you. And before your eyes, the fox begins to stand and stretch until it becomes an elegant-looking man in a tattered-looking coat. And that is where we'll end for the week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.